What's going on, family? What's going on? It's Brother Kosti at IALLG. We're going to have a quick discussion. It's all about flowing and not following. Flow, don't follow. Over the last few weeks, I've gotten a lot of clarity on my purpose in life and where I want to go. And what I realized is I had to go the opposite way of the crowd to get to where I was supposed to get. See, there's a lot of information out here. There's a lot of distraction. There's a lot of magnets out here that are pulling you and taking your attention and dragging you in situations that may interest you, but they're not your purpose. You got to recognize that some things will really interest you, but they're not your purpose. And the more you entertain those things that are not your purpose, the longer it will take you to get you to where you want to be. The name of the game is clarity. And you get clear when you can learn to flow. And you learn to flow when you go to your strengths. And you know your strengths when you get clear on what you want to do and who and what you are. There are so many people out here that don't know who and what they are. They're disconnected from self. That's not necessarily anything on their part. It was by design. This world, this system, this society teaches you not to trust yourself. It teaches you not to tap in to hear or to hear. I don't mean the mind, I mean your higher self. Once you tap into those things, you can begin to recognize and identify your strengths and what and where you're supposed to be. If you know it's not your purpose, if you know it's your weakness, stop leaning into it. Everybody says, you got to work on your weaknesses. No, you don't. See, that's the idea that people have when they're trying to go on this solo pursuit. You don't need to do things by yourself. Yes, you have to do certain things alone, but not everything. You don't do everything alone. We're in here for community. We're on this place to build, and nobody has built anything by themselves. You need people. You need each other. And you learn to leverage your strengths together. See, what I may not be good at, you may be excellent at, and what you may not be good at, I'm excellent at. So guess what? Now we can come together. Now we can create a community. Now we can flourish. See, that's a much different conversation than going against the grain, going against your natural tendencies. If you're not good at speaking, you shouldn't be in a speaking position. Maybe you need to be at a desk. Maybe you need to be a creative. Maybe you need to make systems. You see, it's important to recognize your strengths. We downplay our strengths so much. I'm going to give you all a little example. It's actually something I don't use anymore, but I don't take it for granted anymore, right? So I got my master's in accounting, and I stayed in accounting for 3 years. I don't do it anymore because it wasn't my calling. It wasn't my passion. And it was actually draining me quite literally. However, I have that knowledge now, and when I talk to certain people about accounting or doing the bookkeeping stuff and the numbers, people are really like, wow, you know a lot. And in my head, I'm like, yo, it's not that difficult. It comes very simply. That's an example of something that I've mastered, but I took it for granted. But it's paying me dividends now because, I have a business. I have to know the accounting behind it. I need to know how to tick and tie, how to balance things, how to strategically plan where I want to put things and how I want to classify some of the things that I do. When you discard or discredit your strengths, your advantages, the things that you're good at, you're leaving an opportunity on the table, not an opportunity, the opportunity, your opportunity. There's so many people that try to build up the things that they're not good at, but you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, you're wasting effort. You can live life more efficiently when you learn to use your strengths and you partner up with people. We have to get out of this mindset where we think independence is the end all be all, and it's not. Now you should learn how to be independent, yes, but that is not the end all be all. The goal is interdependence. Where if I lose everything, I can still take care of myself, but we don't want to even get to that kind of situation. We want to have a life where we're in unity, in conjunction, living in harmony with those around us, our tribe. The only way you'll find your tribe is when you live authentically as yourself, and you won't be able to do that when you're stuck and focused on getting better at the things that you're not good at, right? So they said it best: if you judge a fish by its ability to climb its tree, it'll live its whole life thinking it's a failure. And that's what so many people do. We're under so much pressure because we're like, oh my gosh, I just can't do it. Oh, this job is killing me. You wake up and you're just not motivated. But life don't have to be that way. You're unmotivated because you're going against your flow. You're going against your flow because you have not tapped into self. You got to get clear. We have to get to clarity. And clarity will lead you to your flow states. So you won't have to always follow the crowd. Right? What you want to start doing is begin following the leaders. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be a follower. Everybody's a follower at some point in their life, at some way, some form, some fashion. Even the top leaders are following something. They're following spirit. They're following God. They're receiving instructions from something else, and they're acting on it. They're allowing it to lead them. That's what intuition is. You're being led by something. So following is an intrinsic thing in nature. We have to get out of this idea that following is bad. See, following is not bad. Following the wrong thing is bad. But following is not intrinsically bad. If we make a line, if we make a trail, if we make some kind of pathway, people have to follow that. Eventually, you're going to follow that. If somebody walked in the steps that you want to go through, you're going to follow that path. So following is not bad, but you just have to follow the right thing. And the way you follow the right thing is by finding your flow. And the only way you find your flow is when you get clear on who, what, and where you want to go. Find your flow, people. Tap into self. That's it, family. Just want to share that with you all. If you're having issues getting into your flow state, if you're having issues getting clarity on what life can and should be like for you, and I say that should be because we should be living life a certain way, but so many of us aren't, and it's a particular reason. It's a mindset, it's a paradigm that we're stuck in. It's certain subtle nuances of how we view the world, and that's why we're stuck. So if this sounds like you, but you're ready for that breakthrough, you got that itch knowing that there's more for life, more out of life for you, let's schedule a conversation. I'd love to be able to talk to you, help you get a little more clarity in your goals, your motivation, and what you could really do to transform your life in a radical way. If this sounds like you, I want you to go ahead and click the link in my bio or click the link in the description below, wherever you're watching this at. Let's schedule an inner clarity conversation. It's free to you. All it costs is your time and your presence. This is Brother 𝐁𝐫𝐶 at 𝐈𝐴LLG. We're always building bridges within to explore the world without. Peace, family.